Alright, in this video we are going to be discussing the fruits that have been confirmed for update 5, all the fruits that we know will be coming. First, I want to preface this video off by saying that Anchor is the one I got this video inspiration from. I mean, it's not like totally inspired by, I was thinking of it, but then I saw he made a video similar to it, I think like a day or two ago, and so I just want to say you should go check out his channel and his videos. He's crushing this GPO news content he's been doing recently. So yeah, but now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the fruits that are coming. So first we can talk about the first 4 fruits that like everybody's known about, or no, the first 3 fruits that I think everybody knows about. So the most obvious one is mochi. People have known about mochi for a while. We've been known mochi was coming for a while, and that's dope. But the only thing that kind of sucks is we've gotten very few sneaks for it. We've only gotten one move and a bunch of models that correlate with that one move, which is buzz cut, I think, or buzzsaw, or I can never remember the name of the skill, but it's a dope skill. You pretty much make a giant fist out of mochi, cover it in armament hockey, cover it in spikes, twirl it around, and then slam it down at the end. Definitely a really cool, interesting move, but that's literally like all we've seen pretty much, which kinda sucks. Next obvious one after mochi would be string. String we know got confirmed because GPO hit 100k players during the during the New Year's event. Oh yeah, one more thing about mochi I forgot to bring up. It's definitely going to be either a legendary or a mythical. I don't think they're going to go with mythical, strictly for the fact that mythicals I think are limited to mythical zoans, and mochi is it's a special paramecia, which I mean is interesting, but I don't know if it's mythical worthy. I think it'll stay as a, actually I don't know. Yeah, actually I take that back. I think mochi will be a mythical fruit because it is a special paramecia, so it doesn't like it's also a very big fan favorite. It's, you know, a lot of people want it, so I think they just give people more incentive to grind, keep them playing if it was harder to get by making it a mythical, because you know how much rare mythical fruits are in comparison to legendaries. But yeah, so I think mochi will be a mythical. Anyway, the next fruit that people know will be coming is string, which we know is confirmed because we hit 100k players during the New Year's event way back when. And string, I don't know if string will be a legendary. I personally think I made a whole video on string. My last video was an entire string video, now that I think about it, and I personally think string will actually end up being rare. Yeah, it just doesn't look cool enough to compete with the legendary fruits, and its skills are kind of lackluster. I don't know what its ult will be, but depending on what its ult is, if we get that revealed, then I'll be certain on whether or not it's a rare or a legendary, because that is usually like a dead giveaway. But yeah, right now I'm leaning towards rare, strictly because, you know, the fruit can also be awakened, so when the fruit gets awakened, maybe it'll be like cool and dope and all that. But for right now, I'm thinking that string will be a rare. Oh wait, didn't he say it would be a legendary paramecia? Oh yeah, maybe it won't be a rare. I don't know, actually. Yeah, now I'm second guessing myself. I think Benir said that the next legendary paramecia would be string, so maybe it is a legendary and I'm just stupid. But yeah, the fruit, to be honest, doesn't look very great. It doesn't look phenomenal. Its effects are okay, and it doesn't look very good. Its skills, but I'm not gonna do a deep dive on that because I already made a video. The next fruit that people have known is coming is paw. Now, paw I think will definitely be a legendary. Anchor in his video said he thinks it'll be a rare. I gotta disagree. Paw in the anime, when it was introduced, literally wiped out like all the straw hats, the entire crew. Just hit them all, took them all out, one shot at each one of them, and I just can't imagine that being just that being a rare. I don't know, I just can't imagine it. So I'm gonna have to go with paw being a legendary fruit. you can't make the argument for mythical, to be honest. I just think it'll be a legendary fruit, and it's also a shame because it's one of those things where we've literally only seen one sneak for it once again, which also sucks. I hate the fact that we only get one sneak for it. We got one little thing where it showed the paw on the hand, but that was lame. We actually got one basic move, which looks like its first skill, just a basic paw shot kind of move. Seems okay, I guess, but yeah, we literally have not seen much of Paw's kit. We haven't seen really any of Paw's kit except for that one skill at all. So yeah, but I do think it'll be fairly solid because it's kind of hard to mess up Paw. I feel like its kit is pretty straightforward of what it could be, and also it's a really cool fruit, and I do think it'll be legendary and not rare. Now on to I want to discuss two more fruits. One of them I know is for sure the fruit, and the other I don't know what it is, but it's speculation on my end. So the next fruit I want to discuss is Shadow. Now this one was recently sneaked. By recently, I think it was in like the last week or two. It's definitely 100% Shadow because we saw Gecko Moria use these like shadow bats during the Thriller Bark arc, and these are modeled to look exactly like them. Now whether or not this is a boss, or this is like, this is showing off a boss that we'll be getting, or if this is showing off a fruit, I think if they implement a boss with a fruit, then they'll implement the fruit as well, because it's just easy content if you already mapped out all the skills. But yeah, so I have no idea how this fruit would function at all, like in the slightest, because this fruit is so just like out there in the way that it works. You literally grab someone and steal their shadow, and then they burn in sunlight. And also, like, their personality is kind of gone. And you can create kind of like minions with other people's shadows, and you can manipulate shadows to kind of like attack people, so like create shadow bats and stuff. But like, I don't know how that's gonna work in PvP, because the main function of the shadow fruit is you can take other people's shadows and either like mix them around, do stuff with them, and manipulate them. But if in a 1v1, I have no idea how that'll work. The only reason it worked in Thriller Bark is because Gecko Moria already had a bunch that he would steal all the time, and he had them stored, and he already had minions set up, and he already had like all of this stuff. So I have no idea how a one-on-one fight would work. It's just it kind of seems like we don't know too much about its kit or what the fruit can do. So I don't know, maybe they'll have to take some creative liberty with that one. But yeah, it does seem like we will be getting that. Now the next, also I feel like it would be a rare. I don't know, I don't see it being a legendary. I do know that it was used by a warlord, but so was Marrow, and that's a rare. So yeah, I just think this one has to be a rare, right? Like, I don't see this one being a legendary at all. It would definitely be a really cool rare to get, but yeah, I don't see it being a legendary. Like, I don't even know how you can make the argument that it could be a legendary at all, because like it's just such a odd fruit, and it's like used kind of weirdly, I guess, and it didn't pose too much of a threat to the Straw Hats. I mean, it did, but it was like early in One Piece, so it's like not that big of a deal. The point is, I don't see it being a legendary. I definitely see it being just a rare. Then we have this sneak, which is like the most controversial. Not controversial is not really the word I want to use, but the sneak that people know the least about. It looks like it could be mochi, but when it came out, I heard people saying it could be wax. So I guess a potential fruit we could be getting is wax. I have no idea if this ever got cleared up. I kind of didn't really pay attention to it. I just thought I'd mention it because this sneak was like, oh, is it mochi? Oh, is it wax? It doesn't look like a mochi skill. It looks different. It looks like wax. And so yeah, I don't know. People said it's obvious that it's wax. Personally, maybe I'm just slow. I couldn't tell. So maybe we'll be getting wax. I don't know, but it definitely would be interesting to get wax, because wax would be another one where it's definitely a rare. And if all I'm saying is that if we're getting like shadow and wax is two rares, that would be like a really cool set of rares. Like those would probably be like the dopest rares we got, like other than like probably like Gum was a nice rare to have because, you know, it's the main character's fruit. But yeah, Wax and Shadow would be really, really cool to see implemented into the game. But let's see. So to recap, there's what, five fruits total? Mochi, Paw, String, Shadow, Wax. Right? That's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I don't know why, but I feel as if I am forgetting one. Shadow, String, Wax. Okay, yeah. So that's all of them. Each with their own unique sneaks. Each, you know, discussed. However, whatever. But if all of these fruits do end up coming out, this would definitely be the most fruits we ever get in a single update, which would be so sick to see. Like, this many fruits being implemented into GPO 1 would be a whole lot of content. Hopefully they don't just focus on adding new fruits. I do know that Foyu's working on game modes and stuff. He's been trying to listen to the community, and so have other devs. But yeah, this would definitely be very, very interesting to see implemented as all of these new fruits, and I'm here for it. It would just provide a lot more PvP potential, especially since these fruits seem to operate very differently than a lot of the fruits that we've been seeing. It would be really great because a lot of fruits are kind of like copy and paste. More recently, it seems that they've been getting more creative with the fruits. Like Horo is a fairly creative fruit to use. Suna is a fairly creative legendary to use in comparison to other legendaries in the game. So that's also really nice, because when starting off, it was like out of the base legendaries when this game released, it was like Hiei was the only really unique one. Pika, Magu, Mera, and what's the other legendary? Pika, Magu, Mera, Hiei. Was it just those 4 at release? Feel like I'm really forgetting one. Okay, regardless, Pika, Magu, and Mera, all kits kind of like have some similarity to them, but now that we're like getting more and more into the game, I do recognize and acknowledge the fact that these kits are getting a little more elaborate. They seem a little more creativity to them, which is always nice. Anyway, that's enough rambling about these fruits. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.